See, number two. Number two. They said grandchildren next. All right. Today, I'm going to talk to you about one of my favorite rulers, and that is the 60-degree triangle ruler. Check that baby out. That's huge. 12.5 inches. Okay. I'm going to miss them when they're gone. I know. I am going to. Oh, trust me. I'm already like dying over it. But yes, yes. I'm trying to keep a sense of humor.
That's what she does.
So I don't cry. Okay, so there's two different sizes from Creative Grids. And this is the 12.5 size. This is the 8.5, I believe. Yeah. 8-inch finished, 12-inch finished. Ends up 12.5, goes down to 12. And yeah, it is massive, but let me tell you, the things you can do with it are so much fun. So I'm going to share with you today a few ideas that I have of some different blocks that you could make with a triangle ruler, including the one that you see behind me. This is called Cascade. This is from Cluck Cluck Sew. Isn't that beautiful? We're actually going to be selling the kit tomorrow night at Comments Sold, so check it out. I see several of you have the ruler but have never used it.
Judy says it's still in the package.
Judy, Mindy, take them out. It is so fun. I hope I inspire you today with some new ideas that you could try with this fun ruler. So this is just one example. Okay, let's show you another example. Jess, will you pull this one out, and then I'll show you how fun this is. Okay, I'll show you the technique. So this one is not quilted yet, but Rebecca just finished this example, and we will be selling these kits tomorrow night as well.
This is with Tula.
Yes, this is Tula's True Colors.
Oh my gosh.
Christy said, ask my dad if he would miss me when I moved out. And he said, yes, you always miss a toothache when it's gone. You know,
oh my gosh. That is something my dad would say.
That's something, yeah, you know, that's a lot of love. I love it. I love it. Okay. That's like if somebody would say something like to my dad, like, oh, your daughter, she does this so great or whatever, and he would say, she's okay.
She's all right.
She's okay.
But you know,
that was the best term of endearment. Like, I will never forget it.
You've made it when he says that.
Exactly. Isn't that gorgeous? Can you imagine this quilted? Oh my goodness, I cannot wait. So this is with Tula Pink's True Colors. And so we will have this kit available, and we will also have this one.
I don't know.
Which one do you like more?
I like the dark background because we always do white background, right?
Yeah, a lot of times we do white.
But I love these colors.
I know.
I don't know.
Well, you could do those colors, but with a black background
too. There you go.
But I love the white because it's very springy and summery.
That is true.
So I think that's really pretty. So that's using the ruler. But let me show you how this ruler works and show you a few examples of blocks that you can make with this ruler. Are you ready? Okay, so the first thing I want to tell you is you can just cut a regular strip of fabric, just a solid strip, and it will work amazing. I'm going to show you a fun little trick that you can do doing that here in a little bit. But Janine says it looks so different from the black background to the white. It sure does. But I'm also going to show you by sewing two strips together, you could get some really fun designs out of this as well. All right, so let's take a look right down here and see how this works. Excuse me while I move your Ohio State bottle.
The Ohio
the
State.
Ohio State.
I'm just messing.
There you go. Oh, it would help if I had a rotary cutter handy. Let's see. Oh, there we go. Okay. So let's get this in a position that you can see it a little bit better. Okay, So the fun thing about this ruler is, like I said, you could do it with a single strip. You can do it with multiple strips. In fact, Jess, could you grab me my rotating mat? That would actually work out really well. The pink rotating mat is on my table. And whatever width this ends up becoming is where you just line this little top up here. Notice it has a blunt edge to it. And that's exactly, that's what you want. It will really help you line things up a little bit later when you use that to your advantage. And this one, let's see, ends up being 5.5 inches. So I started out with, what did I start out with? I started out with 3-inch strips. And then when I sewed them together, it makes it 5.5. So, because you're taking a 1/4 inch from here and a 1/4 inch from here. Regardless, you're going to line up the top point and then find the line down here, and you make that first cut. So, go like this. And I'm going to rotate this. Oops.
Oh, I like that mat.
Do it the other way. Yeah, I love this mat too. Okay, so I have my first triangle that looks just like that. Now with my next one, all I'm going to do is simply rotate it the other direction. And now I only have to make one cut, right? You can see that. And I'll cut like that. And then I'm going to rotate it again. And just line it up along this line, my blunt edge at the top, making sure that my bottom is lined up too. There we go. So I just am going to go back and forth down these strips. Okay. So you can see I'm left with these fun triangles. So what are some of the things I can do with them? And then I'm going to show you a little bit fancier one as well. Well, these are great to be able to make like hexagons. Okay, so you would sew, let's see, I ended up not getting a third one. I only got 5 out of this strip. But let's see, what if I do, it's like putting together a puzzle here. If I put this one there, and I have this one going here, and this one going there, look at that. You can see, let's see, what a fun block that's going to make, right? I have like a half hexagon up here, a half hexagon down here, and then I sew these together. And look at the really cool looking block this makes. Now, obviously, these are 60-degree triangles. I'm going to need some 30s to put on the ends, okay, unless I was doing something that, was like the outside border, I'm going to actually bind that way. So there's a 30-degree marking on here so that you cut your triangle in half. But so fun to be able to play with different shapes. Now you could do a hexagon. You could also just simply do, let's see, if I had...
You could do diamonds.
Yep, I could do diamonds. I'm going to do this right here. If I had these in a row and then maybe I had white triangles in between, that would go, I could just do row after row after row. There we go. Look at that. That's kind of fun, right? We'll just put that one there for now. So you can see what's happening here. Well, to visualize this better, maybe even think of it as black. Maybe I've got black, triangles in between. And you can see that. So you could just do a row of those. You could do diamonds where you're just going to flip this the other direction. And now look, you've got, fabric 1, fabric 2, repeat fabric 1, fabric 2. And you've got some really cool looking diamonds as well. I could also use the diamond in this regard. Okay, and you can see that these two pieces come together looking like one, and then you've got 2 separate ones here. So lots and lots of possibilities. Let me show you another example where instead of doing 2 strips together, I actually sewed 3 strips together. And I varied the size of these strips. Isn't that beautiful? So these are from Tula as well. And this one I did, let's see, 3 inches, 2 inches, and 3 inches. So I did big, small, big. And let's take a look at some of the different blocks that can be made with this. All right. Okay, so again, that's a half hexagon, right? And then I sew those 3 together, and then I sew the bottom 3 together, and then I sew them all as one. And then it's going to make this completed block, which is a lot of fun. Look at that. Isn't that cute?
I love that.
It's like a hexie within a hexie within a hexie. Let's see if I've got another one.
Within a dream within a dream. Inception.
Inception? Is that what that is?
Yeah.
Look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? Can you picture an entire quilt made with blocks like this? It's amazing.
You
Now,
inspired me.
thank you. Look what else I can do with this. I can pull out every other one. Okay, I have the 3. I'm going to set those aside for a different block, and I'm going to do the opposite of each other. And there you go.
So that middle fabric is still
So the middle is still the same. It gives that continuity all the way around, but now it's more patchy all the way around. That's a really fun block. So you could do a mixture of these. And, you know, whatever, because we're moving it this way and then the opposite direction and then this way and the opposite direction, now you're able to get, you know, the fabric to be in different places. Where this was the purple dot up here, because I rotated it, the purple dot is now down there. So that's a super fun quilt idea. The really cool thing about this too is you can do any size that you want, up to a 12-inch, okay, size of triangle. You can go as small as 1 inch by using just the very tip top. So this ruler is very functional because you have so many different sizes. And I don't know if you know this about Creative Grids, but they also have a QR code here. You know what a QR code means? Jess, will you grab your phone and let's show them what it means to look at a QR code. Because with Creative Grids, when you take a picture of this QR code on your smartphone, let's bring the smartphone down here so they can see
so I
it.
have my camera on. Whoa, Inception. I'm not going to take a picture. All I'm going to do is just open the camera feature of my phone. Hover over it. Let's see if I can do it this way. Do you want to hold this? Okay. And get up close. All right, so I'm going to bring my phone over. It's going to scan the QR code. Of course, it doesn't want to do it on live TV. Oh, it's because
You already took a picture of it.
Yeah.
Okay, let's try it again.
Oh, where is it? Doing this backwards. There we go. And then the thing will pop up at the top. So if I click on that, it takes me right to
to the YouTube
video
that shows how it is done. You can see a video of how this ruler is done. So if you ever have questions about like how did that ruler work again, all you do is you scan the QR code on your phone and it just pops the YouTube video. Pretty cool. Okay, so here's this idea of a block. Now let's play around some more. Okay, what if I were to do some diamonds? Let's see.
Oh, okay, it finally loaded for me.
Here's
the video.
Look at that.
Okay.
Look at that. That's so neat. Okay, so let's see. I've got some diamonds I'm putting together. Can you imagine what I'm making here? I am going to make a star. Look at that. Let's see. I just have to think about this. But again, it's like just putting together the puzzle. And this one's going to go there and come out. And that one's going to go there. And that one's going to come out. Okay. So you're short. Do you see that? I am short one on this one. But do you see what's happening? Guys, what an easy way to put together this star. So cool. So that again was done because I used this ruler by just cutting out my triangle shapes. Pretty fun. Okay, so it's almost like a hexagon, but then we're adding
a lot more than you actually did.
Oh yeah, totally. Okay, so those are a few ideas. You could do star blocks, you can do diamonds, you could do hexagons, but let me show you another really, really fun idea. Are you ready for this? Okay, I decided I'll just start out with a small piece. This is a 2.5 inch strip, okay? And let's see, that one's the top. I know it's the top because that's the blunt side. Did you know that you can make a really cute, chubby flower? I like to call these chubby flowers by also having a triangle like this. Let me show you how. We're going to make this into a Dresden Dresden piece. I'm so excited to share it with you this. All you do to make the Dresden is you're going to fold this over right sides together and stick it underneath your sewing machine, and then all you do is you stitch a 1/4 inch seam allowance right across the top. Okay, so once again, there's my little blunt end. Okay, I'm going to fold it over, sew a 1/4 inch, and what happens is that when I sew that out, it's going to, and I turn it right side out, I'll show you a finished one. It's going to look like this. You know, in fact, I'll just pull this out here so you can see. Okay, so you can see this one is done. I sewed a 1/4 inch across the top. That's all I did. I'm going to turn it right side out. Oh, before I do, I like to clip the corner just a little bit, just to remove a little bit of extra fabric there. And then I will turn it right side out. I'll take my R&K turning tool and just kind of poke out that corner, and look, it lies flat. It almost looks like a kite, right? You can see the back here. That's all there is to it. Now, by doing this, and if I do this 6 times, guess what I get? Oh, so fun. I get a chubby flower. How cute is that? You can see on the back side, I press my seams open. But now I can have this, the little chubby flower with my Dresdens. I just folded over, made some bias tape with a green polka dot for my stem. Grab a cute button and place it in the center. You know what the nice thing about that is? If for some reason you don't get your points to come straight together, haha, your button's going to be your best friend. Put a button on it, right? And look how cute that is. Can you picture like a whole table runner of chubby Dresden flowers, all in different sizes? Maybe I should create a pattern with different strips and things that you could do. That would be kind of fun, huh? Yeah. And you could have a row of flowers. You could make this into a cute little pin cushion if you wanted to. And again, you're just appliquing. There are no raw edges on there because they're all folded in. You see that? And then all you would do is just do a simple little applique, stitch around it, place the button. I mean, really, the possibilities are endless, guys, and this is just such a fun project to play with and to experiment with. You know, you could do lots of little strips, tiny little strips. This would be a great stash buster to pull in a bunch of strips. Make, you know, use whatever size you want on the ruler, and then turn those triangles into Dresdens. Sometimes we don't think about that as a way of doing Dresdens, of actually using the triangle ruler, but you absolutely most certainly can. It's a little bit chubbier than a normal Dresden, but I think it's super, super cute, right? Don't you guys think that's fun? All right, so there you go. All right, so those are just a few ideas, and again, Creative Grids, they sell the 12-inch as well as the 8-inch. I love both. You know, if I'm working on just smaller projects, I go with the 8-inch. However, if I want to make sure that this is almost like getting 2 rulers in one, because I know I can do anything from 1 inch down to 12, which is kind of nice. Okay, so that is today's demo. I hope you learned something new and want to maybe try it out. Come on, Jess. You got this. You can do this.
Oh,
Debbie says bookmarks. That would be cute. I love that idea. Let's see. Debbie, make one of those for my Trips Busy Hands book. Ah, there you go. Exactly.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Kenzie said she now needs a chubby flower in her life. That's cute, Kenzie.
I like
it. We all could use a little chubby flower. Yes, Judy, you could use jumbo rickrack for the stem as well. So what am I going to make with those triangles? I'm not sure yet.
Something for me.
Yeah, right. I'm just trying to decide what I want to make with it. But the fun thing about it is that you could do this over and over again and make these big blocks, and you can make them even bigger than what I made mine. I mean, when that purple one that I did, it ended up being 7 inches down. Okay.
So 12 inches is huge.
12 inches is huge. So if you're wanting to do like a large quilt in such a short amount of time, go big, right?
Yes.
And get those going, you know, those blocks being supercharged.
I just have to say, and I'm sure everyone on here will agree.
Uh-oh. What?
I have to give her the eye, and then she gets really nervous.
What?
You make me not want to work. I just want to sew. I just want to sew now.
You know what? That is the best compliment you could give me, Jess. I love that.
So I can quit my job?
No. Don't even think about it. But yeah. With the star, how would you figure out the background? Cheryl asks. You would be putting in 30-degree triangles. Okay, so and where you're using half the ruler, and your instructions with this will tell you how to set in the 30 degrees.
If you were to remember the one where we went every other one, you're like, you could put the white triangle in or the black, you would cut the same.
Yes,
right?
you cut the same size. Yes, exactly.
You would cut the same size. It's just it looks different because there's 3 strips per se in the one triangle and only the one color.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
Yeah, exactly. Mindy said, Jess, you will need to get Ohio State fabric and make a quilt.
You already know.
Do you know what I did? So, of course, we went to the quilt shop while we were in Ohio looking at apartments, right?
2 quilt shops, actually.
Of course. And the one had Ohio State fabric. So I was like, I want to make a quilt. I want to make Ohio State. And they didn't know if they were going to be 100%, like if this was for sure going. And I was like, well, if it's not 100%, I am not making a quilt, but I'll make a pillowcase. So I bought pillowcase fabric, and now it's 100%. So we're good. So now I'm safe. I can make a quilt now. Or you can make a quilt. That's right. Yeah, Debbie, the 30 degree is to square it off. Yes. Okay, let's see. Oh, great idea, Larry. He said to stitch up all your wonky scraps and cut the triangles from it for a crazy quilt. That would be way fun. I love it. Yeah, it doesn't have to be just strips, right? It could be solid fabric. It could be strips. It could be leftover from other things. Do something like this. These are based off of 2 triangles that are together. This is not all one diamond.
What size is this? I'm going to measure it.
Okay. Yes, Tammy said maybe another 3 at 3 we could talk about how to do a background. I don't understand a 30-degree triangle. Yes. Tammy, that's a great idea. Maybe I'll do that next week. We'll talk about how you would add the inset of the background for the star. Yep, we can definitely do that.
So yeah, these are just 5 inches. So use up all those random
charm packs, whatever you have. Yeah. Okay.
Nice
yep. Cute. All right. Barb said that she has a couple of different sizes of those rulers. Guess maybe it's time I use them. Yes. You're going to have so much fun.
I want to see what they come up with.
You're going to say, wow, why did it take me so long to do this? This is something that looks like I would enjoy.
You buy something because you're inspired by it, but you need to keep that inspiration going.
That's right.
Yes. Or else, I don't know. For me, it just sits there. But then I'm like, oh yeah, I can do awesome stuff with that. And think beyond a quilt too.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Like do a bag, do a
You could add this to a bag. You could do a chubby Dresden, okay? You could just do like half of it, okay? You could have different colors for each one. Put it in a bag, like on the outside edge of a bag or along the top, and have it coming down. You know, there's lots of different possibilities you could do by changing up colors. And Tammy asked me what size this started out to be. This was a 2.5, let's see, was it 2.5? No, 3.5 inch. It started out as a 3.5 inch block. Okay?
Okay.
All righty, let's see.
So you want to go a 1/2 inch bigger than what your finished size is? Is that what you're saying? So if I want a
yes, you're gonna go a 1/2 inch bigger.
You're gonna cut it 3.5.
The quilt behind me, yes. The quilt behind me looks like it's chenille triangles. Nope, it's just regular fabric. That's it.
That's just the fabric design. Kind of looks like it.
It does.
The camera angle,
yeah. Okay. Yep. Judy's thinking, oh, the ideas. Yay. Very, very good. Let's see.
Someone said well, I can't see the comment now, but they were saying they struggle with it slipping.
Oh.
But everyone's suggesting grippy spray.
Grippy spray. It's the best.
Change your life.
We have it on our website.
It'll really change your life.
We love grippy spray.
And it lasts a long time.
I use it even on our Creative Grids rulers. I use grippy spray on the back.
They have the grips on them, but
I still use grippy spray.
It's only in certain spots.
I do. I give a light spray to it, and it just keeps it from slipping and sliding away.
Is that a new song?
Away.
Oh no.
Okay.
Now every time you see a song, I'm going to have to update that playlist.
So true. Mindy said the grippy spray works wonderfully. Yes, and Barb's loves the grippy spray. Yeah, it's like ingenious. I absolutely love it. So, all right. So that is theme number 2. Gloria says she just tried the grippy and she said yum.
Yum.
Yeah, it's a game changer for sure.